Botswana is one of those lucky countries which have been given the opportunity to conduct what they are calling the Botswana National Ecosystem Assessment. So the intention of this assessment, first of all, that's we need to highlight that, is to generate, or we heard from Lillian that this assessment is not intended to generate any new data. So therefore, the assessment in case of Botswana is to really generate baseline data that will inform the formulation and also the implementation of policies. So in this case, what I'm saying is that the assessment is to identify the ecosystems that we have and the status of those ecosystems, as well as the services that are there. Also bring in the aspect of ILK and how our community is utilizing whatever is there. Okay? And then one thing that has been missing for a long time, I guess is for pretty much for most of African countries, is the services that are there in our systems. Is at what value, or what value can we put upon them? So this assessment basically is to really highlight the status of our ecosystems, and then evaluate whatever is there, such that when it comes to issues of economic contribution to our GDP, we can really put a value towards them. Now, in the case of Botswana, we have identified 6 ecosystems. Remember, this is a national ecosystem assessment. So for us, we opted to really conduct this ecosystem across all the borders of Botswana. So we identified 6 ecosystems, being the aquatic and wetland ecosystem. We identified the desert as one of the ecosystem, and the understudied ecosystem being the hilly ecosystem. It has been ignored for many years, and this will pretty much be the first study that's going to look into the detailed aspect of the hilly ecosystem. And then we can also ignore that whatever we're utilizing for human livelihood sustenance are part of the ecosystem, the agro ecosystem. We also have the grasslands and shrubland ecosystem, because in certain areas in Botswana, there are areas where when you're out there, you can't even see sort of a reasonable sized tree. You will only see shrubs and sort of grasslands. So we termed that particular ecosystem the shrub and the woodland, the shrub and the grassland, grassland and shrubland ecosystem. And then we have one of our also key ecosystems, particularly in the high rainfall areas, up in the northern part of the country, what we call in the woodland and forest ecosystem. So the assessment is basically pulling out whatever status of those 6 ecosystems are, and as well as whatever drivers of change might be influencing whatever services our communities are getting out of there.